The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hey, welcome everyone to this week's episode of the Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. This week we're going to start with Mike Falk in the town of Lima and maybe Livingston County. Hey, Mike, tell us what's going on.
Hello, Chris. Thanks for having us again. Some Lima updates first. Our cleanup days are set for May 4, 5, and 6 from 8 a.m. to noon. You're allowed to pick up truckload at the Lima Town Highway Department over on Dublin Street. You do need a permit. Please get a hold of the town clerk either by stopping by or emailing clerk@townoflima.org or calling 582-1130 prior to actually dropping off your items, getting the little card. We do accept electronics. Maximum of 3 TVs per household, and it is Town of Lima residents only, and that does include the village. New town hall office hours are starting on Monday, May 1st. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8:30 to 4. Thursday, 8:30 to noon, and 1 to 6 p.m. Fridays closed. The Memorial Day Parade in Lima is coming May 29th. 9:30 a.m. is the parade start. Thank you to Francis M. Dalton, American Legion Post 282 for making this happen. Questions, please contact the parade coordinator, Elsie Zuber, at 624-1306. The Lima Fire Department will be serving hot dogs right after the parade, right at the firehouse, and Post 282 will be open at 12:30 for a luncheon. There will again be a Civil War reenactment at Mark Tubbs Park, July 21st through 23rd. So please save the date. It includes an encampment, living history, some skirmishes, etc. Last year was a lot of fun, and this year promises to be even bigger. And that's all I got, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Okay, Rick, over to you, and tell us what's going on in Honeoye Falls.
Well, Chris, it's great to be here as always. You know, there's a few things going on. I'd like to take this time to recognize a local artist, Mr. Paul Bergwell. Paul lives in the village and is known to many. His art using photography is absolutely incredible. And Paul has a series of photos that he's titled, "Ain't Talking, Just Walking." And he's been posting these photos in his daily posts on his Facebook page and on his Instagram page. And these incredible photos are taken all around the Rochester area as well as locally. And he just has an incredible eye for the pictures that he takes. And Paul's work is going to be shown at the Memorial Art Gallery until August, or through August, and at Gallery 4 to 8. That's the name of the gallery, Gallery 4 to 8 on May 5th and May 13th. And, you know, people, I hope people can get out and check out his work or go to his Facebook page, which is Paul Bergwall at Facebook or Paul Bergwall at Instagram. He's just an incredible talent. And he's just another great example of the talented artists that live in our general community that our community is blessed with. And speaking about talented artists, stop by the Mendon Public Library and check out a very nice, they're calling it a stained glass window mini mural project. It's a beautiful display of 6 panels. It's a window mini mural project, and it's reflecting our community and different insights on our community through these panels. So check that out. It's something that's just being finished. And I talked with one of the library team members, and they were telling me about it, and then I saw it, and it's just really incredible. And keeping the art theme going, we do have a very energetic group or committee that's beginning to discuss a mural project within the community to help beautify the area and tell a story to reflect our community's rich history. It's only in the beginning phases, but I look forward to seeing where this effort might go. And, I think of some of the buildings we have, the Four Corners in the village, over by Harry Allen Park, the museum. There's a lot of areas that we really could spruce up, but help tell the story of our community. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. Just as a reminder, I brought this up last week and I won't delve too far into it, but just as a reminder, the West Main Street project is beginning this week. And then that's where on the west side of West Main, so that's the side where Cosmos and Salvatore's Pizza and that area there, we're going to be taking all the trees out. We will replant those, but we're going to rebuild the tree wells. We're going to put in new trees that will be a little bit better for that area as far as size goes, et cetera, and then redo the sidewalk. So it's going to create some issues. Certainly people going to those businesses, and for the businesses, we have to get the project done, but it'll be a little bit messy and a little bit tough walking around there. So just be careful as that project moves forward. And then just a couple other things, really along the lines of the county legislature. This week I had the pleasure of attending and participating in the 2023 Monroe County Legislative Youth Awards program. That was at Monroe Community College this week. Legislative District 5, which I represent, was well presented with 4 individuals who were presented with the Young Citizen Award nominations, and all were recipients. These talented individuals include Ethan Ahn, Sophie Eberly from the Honeoye Falls Mendon community, and Teddy Campagna and Ella Leathersich from the Henrietta area. And it was nice to stand with these individuals as they received their awards. And I was also happy to stand with Miss Charlene Fisk, who received a Willie Lightfoot Youth Advocate Award. Charlene is from our area, obviously, as well. She is very involved with the library, but she is also very involved with our Girl Scout troops and has been for a number of years, training a lot of the new parent volunteers that come in to lead these groups, et cetera. And she's just done and touched so many lives over the years. So we really appreciate her sharing her talents with the community, but congratulations to all those who received the Monroe County Awards. I also visited the Monroe County BOCES WMOCO facility this week. That's in Spencerport, to meet with students that are participating in an incredible program that WMOCO has that focuses on medical laboratory careers. And these students they presented specific areas of laboratory testing that they've been studying. And it's in this area of study, it prepares these students either for a strong path to college or a program that directly gets them into the workforce. This week is also Medical Laboratory Technicians Week. And so the timing of this presentation was perfect, but my thanks to Jim Payne, who is the program director at BOCES, and then the BOCES administration for the opportunity to visit and learn from these students. They were just incredible. I was really surprised that how much they knew and how much they could just rattle off in their presentations. It was really very, very, it was just exciting. And then lastly, this week, the Transportation Committee with the Monroe County Legislature, the Transportation Committee, as well as the Ways and Means Committee, which I sit on, approved a change to the 2023-2028 Capital Improvement Program and the 2023 Capital Budget Program to add a project entitled Taylor Road Bridge. This authorizes financing for project, authorizes a contract with CNS Engineers and for engineering services and the New York State Department of Transportation for the Taylor Road Bridge over the Mendon-Honeoye Creek in the town of Mendon. This has passed both the committees and will now move to the for approval with the legislative body, and that should happen at our May meeting. So just some good things that are happening in and around our community. and the county. And that's all I've got, Chris. I appreciate the opportunity to get on, and my best to everyone else on the call.
All right. Thank you very much, Rick. John, how about the town of Mendon?
Well, it looks like we've maybe turned the corner here in the weather department, so we're looking forward to that. Brush pickup continues until they're finished. They are out doing it as we speak, and if you don't have it out, I'd get it out now. They may have already gone by you. If they went by you and you didn't have your brush out, you could bring your brush to the Mendon-Honeoye department on Semmel Road during normal operating hours. For what is accepted, either check the town's website or call the highway department directly. Had an interesting comment from a constituent this week regarding garbage, because personally, I'm not a fan of litter. I think we have a beautiful town and I'd like to have it remain that way. But we've seen that some of our garbage haulers have changed to a different type of picking up of the garbage, where they actually pick up the container remotely. It goes over the top of the truck and it dumps the garbage into the truck. Well, when the wind blows, all the garbage doesn't make it inside the truck. So I would ask folks to please consider making sure that everything's bagged. There's a lot less chance of it not making it into the hopper of the truck, and a better chance of not creating any litter. So thank you for that. I also wanted to mention that we had our public hearing on short-term rentals and bed and breakfasts recently. Had a nice turnout of residents, and we are the town board is continuing to consider the two laws that were put forward, as well as the possibility of making some changes. One thing that struck me from our public hearing is we had several individuals who came and said they wanted to be able to rent out their house for a short-term rental, which is defined as an unhosted event. In other words, you're not there, and it's for 30 days or less. But they didn't want their neighbor to be able to do that. So I'm not aware of any way to make that happen, but it is an interesting comment, and we certainly appreciate their comments. Going on with my most frequently asked questions at town hall. Today I want to concentrate on grants. We get a lot of questions as far as why don't we get more grants, or this town or this community is getting a grant. First of all, our median household income is $119,000 throughout the town. That disadvantages us for receiving grants, because a lot of grants are tied to median household income. Also, we don't have a grant writer on staff. We have talked to grant writers, but to be perfectly honest with you, the cost of a grant writer versus the opportunity to possibly receive a grant doesn't really make sense for a town our size. And I would say most towns and villages our size are in the same situation. Usually when you apply for a grant, you would need to have a grant writer. You would probably have to hire your engineer, which costs us money. You may not receive the grant. It's a gamble as to whether or not you actually receive the grant. And most grants are matching. In other words, they don't just cut you a check for X amount of dollars. It's okay, you prove to me as a town or a village or a community that you have X number of dollars already set aside for this project, and possibly they'll match it. And it usually is a very elongated process that can take a year or two to receive grants. So I just wanted to put that out there for our residents. We certainly will continue to look at grants where it makes sense. And I also wanted to thank Brent Brozick, since it's baseball season, for pinch hitting for me last week on this Sentinel episode. Thank you.
Episode, broadcast, any word will do.
I was searching for it, but I think broadcast is what I was looking for. And finally I go, I'm just going to stick to something else.
All right. Mike, anything more to add? Nope, seeing none. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank Rick for being recorded earlier. And also thank you all for watching. Remember, we're airing these broadcasts every Sunday at 1 p.m. on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will be notified when the show airs. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye for now.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.